Save. Leave. Door. Wooden cross struck. This. Double tap to continue. This time it seemed endless. Elian is covered in blood, Deus as well. His blood, of course. A pool of blood is under their knees. This time Elian faints sooner than expected. He's half conscious. His eyes are closed, but he can hear somehow. After a while he hears the steps of Deus in a hurry. She gets close and makes him drink something. It's blood. That makes Elian feel good, even if he's still worn out. He gets lifted from Deus and she puts his head onto her thighs. They are warm. Both Elian and Deus are still there, in the pool of blood. She spends quite some time with him, caressing his hair and watching over him, in silence. After some time, Elian wakes up. The stain of blood is still nearby, but his body is clean, even if full of wounds. Making a sudden movement, he feels a lot of pain. The torture has been tremendous. He looks around. Deus is gone. He's still very tired, so it's probably best to sleep more. But not before searching for some other clue.
Control center. Airplane mode. Switch button. Notepad calculate. Select screen. Open. Lock rotation. Text size. Selected. Screen recording. Button. Actions available. Direct touch area.
Door. Met door. Saving point. You saved the game. Group of syringes. They all contained holy water. They all contained wooden shackles. There's something that Elian wants to check before getting some sleep. Blood. The pool of Elian's blood. A detail comes to his mind. Even Deus was covered in his blood, while the holy water was flowing inside his body. Since his blood was contaminated with it, then she would have to suffer from it. But rather it had the opposite effect, according to her expression. The only possible explanation is that she's wearing his holy symbol somewhere. The amount of blood loss is impressive. If Deus didn't make Elian drink that blood, this time he probably would have died for real. Wooden group of syringes. This time Deus used a lot of them. Even the torture lasted longer than the other one. It could mean that the effect of holy water doesn't last many hours. Elian thinks that she can't have an unlimited stock of holy water. Deus must probably go outside the cave to gather more of it, and, at this rate, that time will be very soon. Elian can go to sleep now. Wooden shackles. Blood. Bowls. Metal tools. Even the tools are clean and sterilized. Some hours ago they were covered in Elian's blood. Door. Lever. Saving point. Group of syringes. You saved the game. Group. Wooden shackles. Elian is ready to sleep. The shackles are quite bulky and force him to sleep on his side. After some time he wakes up. Deus is not there. Some time passes and still no one arrives. Even the tools and the items inside the room are the same Elian saw before sleeping. Did she actually run out of holy water? After some more time, the door finally opens. A woman enters the chamber, and she is... Amelia? Elian can't believe his eyes. She's relieved and greets Elian. She quickly kneels next to him and unlocks the shackles. She tells him that no one was inside the cave, but she found the keys and went here to check. Since he's imprisoned here, she assumes that there should be even one jailer, so she tells Elian to save the talk for later. Now is the time to run away before the vampire returns. The others are waiting outside. Elian is getting up slowly. so she helps him, holding his arm on her shoulder, and they slowly proceed together as fast as they can. Group of syringe. Saving lever to the chemist. Metal tool to the saving point. You saved the game. Lead to the chemistry. As Elian suspected, there's a lab here with many substances and tools, even the ones used for torture and restraint. Elian wonders where his equipment is, but the fear the vampire might return is strong enough to make him desist from wasting time searching. You have tool. There are many tools used in chemistry on some table. Bookshelf. Many of wardrobe. Pantry. There's the food. To the entrance. To the tools. To the torture chamber. To the entrance. Finally, the light of the sky is visible in the path. Elian has almost made it. The woman stops suddenly. What's the matter? You have reached to the hidden cave, to the chemistry lab, to the cliff path. She stopped. Amelia. Elian turns toward her to ask what's wrong. What he sees is an amused expression of Amelia's, who suddenly grabs him and violently slams him into the ground. As she starts to laugh non-stop, her voice and her looks are beginning to distort. That was an illusion. Actually, she was Deus in disguise. She just wanted to make fun of him. She immediately restrains him again and drags him back to the torture chamber, as Elian screams in anger and desperation. Deus is still laughing while she restrains Elian with the chains of the room. She says that watching a light turning on inside his eyes, just to make it disappear at the climax, was simply priceless. The whole performance was totally worth the effort. Elian doesn't immediately understand what Deus means by performance. She chuckles as she sees his expression. She goes behind Elian and pushes him against the floor. Then she sits on his back. From that position, she leans her mouth near to his ear and whispers to him that what she means is that she placed clue after clue, day after day, a flow of information in such a way that Elian would think that he could have a chance to escape. She points toward the syringes and tells him that it was just bait. She still has a lot of them, and actually she really doesn't need holy water to play with him. It was just an experiment to see the effects of holy water on a Dhampir for torture purposes. She's also a scientist after all, as he could see in the other room. It almost seems like Deus is able to read Elian's thoughts, and that's exactly what she whispers to him. Her power has the capability to read the rational thoughts of intelligent creatures. She says that she already knows everything about him, about Amelia, the crew, and she tells him that no one will come to save him, and he will never escape from here. Finally, Deus calls him by name. Elian. He has no word to say. He just lies there, with his face on the ground. She reaches with her arm into the case of metal tools and picks some of them. Just for starters, she wants to play a bit with his back. Then they will start with the daily program. Will the torture ever end? Elian must get ready to resist now. Swipe left.